Hey guys, welcome to JTV Extra. I'm Sandra Younger. We have a fantastic show. We're going to be making this silk and raffia necklace. The raffia was really interesting to me because I'd never worked with it before, so I was really excited to get a new kind of stringing material, and I'll talk about that a little more during the show. You could ask questions, leave comments down below. You could shop on the right-hand side of your screen, and if you choose to get an in-depth or more information on any of the products, you could just click on it, but it'll toggle me back on. Anyway, let me tell you about the products on today's show, and then we'll get on to my favorite part of the show, the customer showcase. And I'm going to hopefully not run out of time today, so here are the products. All right, let's see what we have today. Our first product is always the tool that I do all my lessons with, which is the Knotty-Do-It-All. And this is our large board. And the neat thing about our large board, it has the wells, it's got the bead and ring size chart. You could do you could work on maybe 4 or 5 things at the same time. But there are so many different lessons, and they're all related to stringing material and anything that silk, leather, polyester cord, nylon, cotton, you name it, I work with it. I don't care if it's a shoelace. But the one thing that I do teach is really good workmanship. And the most, really important is how to finish the ends of just about any kind of stringing material. You get your DVD and your ebook. You get your hardware, which is so cool because you can reconfigure your hardware just depending on the technique that you're doing. So you're not just it's not stationary. You do get a pouch with your board for your tools. And you also get the instruction, like a password for all the additional lessons that I have online. And also we have our small board. And this one is also just as much as a workhorse as the other one. You can make, it's fantastic for bracelets. And if you look close, both boards, they feature the bead and ring size chart. So, if you need to know what a 4mm bead looks like, it is so handy because if you're shopping for beads on JTV or any other website, having just looking at a reference is just so helpful. And in this one, you also get the DVD, the ebook, you get hardware. It's just a slightly different configuration, but either board that you go with, you cannot go wrong. They're both just fantastic. And so the next product is this. This was really interesting. The Akola, I guess it's made in Uganda, and it's braided. Okay, this is 6 feet, and it's raffia. And I couldn't believe it was braided, so I had to whip out my my macro lens to take a picture. And yes, it is braided. I can't even imagine the work that went into making this. Raffia, I don't know, I know it's a natural fiber, but just think about it. It's dyed and then braided. And this, you get, and it's such a pretty color. That is honestly one of my favorite colors. I've got a weakness for this kind of magenta, pink color. And this one is on clearance for $6, and you get, it says here 6 feet, so that's about 2 yards. And that's what I'm using on today's project. And then let me mention, very important. What I did was with a flat iron at 350, I smoothed it out and it just came out beautifully. And I wrapped it on just an old round cardboard thing that I had around the house just to keep it from, getting all kinked up. And it came out perfect. And now, the chain. Okay, this is a vintage chain set of 4 designs and assorted tones. And let's see. What did I do with these? I did something with them. I'll show you in a minute. But you can see one of them is a straight ball chain. This is I don't know, an elongated. And I know that if you look, they're all slightly different lengths. So the solid ball chain one is the longest, and the gold is the second longest, and so forth. And I'll show you what I did. I did something really cool with these. Check this out. I macrameed over the isn't that cool? So you know what? Who knew? I mean, I thought, I like chain, but why not macrame on this one? Because it's like having beads that are already strung on. And the cord that I used is the wax jewelry cord in the 0.5. And I did 4 colors, so I just divided, I took the length of the chain, divided it by 4, and then just, macrameed one color, then another color, then another color, and another color. And it was a little bit short, so I took some of the vintage chain, the solid link one. Let's see if we can go back here, which is the one on the far right. And I turned it into an extender chain. So it came out like really, really cute. It very dainty. I mean, it looks huge here, but it actually came out like really nice. I like it very much. And then the next item is these textured metal blanks. These are extremely lightweight. So if you need something like earrings that are going to be like when blowing in the wind and they'll move and they're not going to drag your earlobes down, these are very, very lightweight. I really wanted to use them on today's show, but I had to like make choices. So, but these were really, really interesting. And then the last product is this, oh no, second to the last, Vintage Wandering Pathways Wooden Jewelry Pop-Outs. So these guys, I guess they're like laser etched. And the idea is you pop them out of the wood and then you do whatever you're going to do with them. But they're really interesting because if you look at the one on the far right, it actually, that top part right there, it's actually 3 pieces. So they pop it. It's kind of it reminded me of those dolls where you have a big doll inside, and then you get another doll inside, and you open it, and it keeps going and going. So this one actually has 3 parts that you kind of just like snap out and do your whatever you're going to do with them. But see on the far left, you can see how I kind of like popped them out. And let's see what else. Oh, the last product is this is an earring and pendant component set in 7 styles and assorted antique tones and pieces. The pendant that I'm using is the one on the top left, but it actually does come with a bail, a big bail, but I didn't want the bail, but so I removed it, and I just want you to know that it does come with a bail because for the design that I'm using today, I liked the pendant, but the bail didn't work out, so I took it off. So that's why you won't see it, And I'll talk more about that and what you need to do and how to get it off if you want to get yours off as well. So and I've used these in some of my past projects. But they're really cool. I mean, let's see which one. I like the silver ones. Just earrings. In some of these, you could actually put like a cabochon in them, like the one in the middle top left, top right. So you could put like a cabochon in there. So I think I got everything. We got the pendants, the raffia, the chain, the wooden pop-outs, the board. And if you don't have one of these, guys, oh my goodness, it is like the best. It's so much fun. If you're looking for a hobby, it's like relatively inexpensive for how much fun it is and how many cool friends you'll make. This is it. I mean, this is the best. I mean, it's just like I cannot like state enough how much fun I have with this. All right, guys, so those are all the products on today's show. It's funny because when I saw that raffia, I could not, because I braid like lots of stuff, and I could not believe that it was braided. I took out like a magnifying glass. I couldn't see the braid. So I had to get out a 105 millimeter macro lens just to prove. I thought, nah, there's got to be something going on because I'm the queen of braiding. I know what a braided thing looks like, but no. So that was really, really impressive. Anyway, here is today's customer show. All right, from the beautiful state of Florida, we have Laura Lee. I love those beads. God, the colors are just, oh, especially those hot pinks. They kind of remind me of the magenta cord that I'm using on today's show. It's so pretty. These are like, I'm not sure how, I don't know if it's briolette or briolette. I think it's briolette, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And the interesting thing, it's got like, I think we got the next picture here. It's got like these little, if you look closely, it's got like beads, like to the right and to the left of each of the briolets. But those are like some of the prettiest ones I've like ever seen. That's my type of color. I love bold, bright colors like that. Very beautiful. And then next we have Paula, California. She says she made this for her 12-year-old grandson. Isn't that like so cool? Oh my goodness. We don't get very many like submissions for, customers that say, oh, I made this for my, my child or grandchild, but I think that's really cool. And I like that little sprig of red in there. Very nice. Good for him. I'm happy. I hope he liked it, Paula. Then next we have Laura Lee, Florida. This one is like they're crystals, they're wire wrapped, and it has this like a brass. I would say it's vintage. I mean, it looks. I've seen things like that. It's just so cool. It reminds me of a necklace that my mom gave me. But I know this is not like the Aurora Borealis type like finish, but I think it's really pretty. And in just a second, I'm going to show you something that she matched it up with. It's just like totally like out there. So here's another angle on this one, and look at the way it's connected. It's got those really cool I noticed that those wire wrap coils on the flower. Ah, very nice. Ooh, so I like looking at your stuff, Laura Lee. There's always like something cool. And Kathy, Colorado. Okay, this is crazy. 2 strands. This is like the before and after thing, but I don't know. But I never thought to do this with 2 like strands at the same time, but look how cool that looks. And I can see that you finished it with the binding knot. Very nice. And then you've got that big clasp. I'm glad you bought those because those are awesome. And then it's got the ring. Aren't those awesome clasps, Kathy? I mean, I like those clasps a lot. So this is really cool. This is, I can see that you did this with faux leather. And then Laura Lee, Florida. Oh God, guys, she took these beads and just took them to a completely new level. Check this out. Okay. They have like beads in between. It looks like that looks like Riverstone to me. I could be wrong. It could be ivory, but it looks like Riverstone. It's got the beads on those I don't know what they call them, bead caps, little tiny bead caps to the left and to the right, which is like so extra. But check it out. It's got those little wire wrap crystals. I bet that gives it a lot of bling. I love, even if it didn't have the discs in the middle, I think it would look really cool just with the Riverstone and then the little wire wrap dangles. But this is like so like extra. And the interesting thing about it is, I mean, what you'll see, I think this next one. Look at that. I mean, a necklace like this, I mean, if it was made with ceramics, you got to think about it, it would be like really heavy. So, so these beads, you can like really go all out and it's still going to be very lightweight. And look at that flower. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. What a nice setup. And I like your mannequin. Cool. And Laura Lee, she said that this one was really difficult for her, but looking at it, I would say that I don't believe you because it looks fantastic. Oh, look at that. I see that you took a toggle because that ring that you used, I know that that's from a toggle. And I like what you did with it. Very nice. Ooh, cool. And then it's got the little bee and then the little dangles is with the slider knot. Oh, very nice. Ooh, I really like that ring idea, Laura Lee. That's cool. Because I know that that's from a toggle. And look at but this one is like, oh, now I see. Okay, you told me that you did flowers. Okay, now I see them. Because When you said flowers, Laura Lee, I thought you meant like on the outer macrames that you did like the flower macrame, but now I see that the pattern's got the flowers. Guys, do you see that? The black is like the petals, and then the blue is like the middle. Ah, very clever. Okay, I believe you. That was probably really hard. I think one time I actually tried to do a pattern like that, and I was just like, oh, I'm not having it. But very cool. A plus. Awesome. And it's so cool with the, you got the flower with the bee and, it's spring and, they're pollinating. Oh, I love it. Anyway, that is everything for this week. Thank you guys. I love everything you sent in. Wow, I was just like really surprised. What was it? Anyway, back to the show. It's funny. I didn't even, because Laura Lee, when she sent me the bracelet, she says, oh, it was really hard. And I looked at it and I'm like, girl, you are so talented. This could not have been difficult for you. But it wasn't until I was doing the customer show that I noticed that those are the flowers she was talking about. Because I thought she was saying that she tried doing a flower and it didn't work out. So this is what she ended up with. But that pattern can be, it's tricky. Because if you think about it, you got to start and end with a flower. You can't just like have half a flower. So, wow, you did a fantastic, fantastic job there. Oh, I noticed that a lot of you are using your Brilliant Cash to like buy like the Raffia. So don't forget, if you have a birthday this month, you will get Brilliant Cash. If you have never purchased anything, you get a $40. I think that's the big one. First time purchase. So if you buy something, let's say you buy anything like today, you'll get the $40 credit that you could use to, your next purchase. So you could make a purchase like, I really don't know how it works. And you could buy something today, get your $40 credit tomorrow. I think that's the deal. Of the anniversary of your first purchase, 20. The refer a friend, you get 25, your friend gets 25, and 1% back on all purchases, 2% back with the preferred card, and returning customers $30 after a year. So, check it out. So if there's anything, why not get yourself a few of these little bundles of Raffia, because it's always interesting to try a new stringing materials. Anyway, I am going to talk about this real quick. I know I mentioned earlier the Raffia. I used a flat iron because when I got the bundle, it was very like you unfold it and it's like any cord that's it's been wrapped. It's got the kinks. So the flat iron at 350 just took them right out, and then I just wrapped it on something round just to keep it from getting like all weird. But I want to say hi to, oh my God, we got a full house. Oh my God, Tess Barr, the amazing singer. We got oh my goodness, we got Kim, Gina, Laura Lee, Michael, Susan. Oh my goodness. I should just I bet if I just randomly say any name, there's going to be someone here. Okay, Rita. Hey, Rita. Jenny, Prince, Joan, Kathleen, Crystal. Oh my goodness. Norma. Wow, guys, thank you so much for joining my show because, I would not have a show without you guys. So, oh my goodness, Susan. Oh my God. Hello, 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 everybody. Okay, so on this one, okay, what I did, this actually came with a bail, but I just took a cheap pair of pliers and I kind of like cut it off. But in case you did not know, you can actually sand metal. It's kind of like wood. I mean, metal can totally be sanded. So what I did was I took I don't know, like a sanding stick. You could use a nail file. I mean, there's a bunch of different things that you can use to help like smooth that up. Maybe this camera will show it better. But I mean, I think I still could have done a slightly better job, but that's what I did. I just took the bail off just so I could, get this design in there. And I'm gonna okay, let me tell you the prep things to do before you get started. So that way I don't miss anything in case I run out of time. This is going to be for the macrame slide knot. I have it all prepped. This is faux leather, 0.5 millimeter, and I have, supposed to be 6 and 6. And the beads that I like to use for the more dainty pieces, these are 3 millimeter brass beads. So I'm just going to put this aside because that's going to be the macrame slide knot that looks like this here. Okay, and then the other little thing you need to prep, which, oh my gosh, where did I put it? Right there. Okay, these guys, you're gonna make 2 of these. It's like the macrame slide knot, except this is on a waxed jewelry cord, the 0.5 millimeter, and I have 10. So you're gonna make 2 of these. And the reason you need 2 of these is because it will be like this side and this side. And the difference of this one here is not going to budge because number 1, we're going to do it really tight, and number 2, the cord is waxed. So that would be like a finishing knot. Whereas with this one here, since we're making it on faux leather, and faux leather is very, very slippery, it makes like a perfect like slide knot. And in the cord that I'm using for this part is the 0.8 millimeter faux leather, and the macrame slide knot is with the 0.5. I only picked those in that the scale, because sometimes if like this is 1 millimeter and then this is 1 millimeter, it just looks kind of bulky. So I just decided to kind of like step it down. So those are just like a couple of the like the little prep things. So 2 of these, 1 of these, and the length of cord that you need is like maybe 16 to 18 inches. But the thing that I'm going to talk about next is this part here, because you'll need 2 of those. And what you do is I used silk. So you take 2 yards of silk, because 1 for one side, 1 for the other, and you're going to put a leadered needle on it. And in case you don't know what a leadered needle is, it is a needle with fishing line, and then it is connected to the fold. And the reason I do that is because more often than not, actually, if you put a big eye needle on the fold, the bead will get stuck. But this is like the cure, the solution. And it's just basically a loop of fishing line with a very thin needle. And I strung on, it depends on, how many beads you do is going to like depend on how long you want these sides. And let me see, I made these, this is a 5.5 inches long. But, I was thinking, after I made it, I thought that this part it probably look better if it was like a little bit shorter, because I mean, of course, this is the prototype, and that's the purpose of prototyping, is so that you go back and look at it and you say, okay, if I were to do it again, I would probably make this a little bit shorter and then this part longer. So, it just depends on, what you're going for. Okay, so it's really important that when you start doing the knotting, you have your 2 loose ends loose like this, and then you just do the knotting. And I'm going to show you like how I got the spacing. I did just like little, not too big of a space, just a tiny bit. But let me show you like just the quick and easy way to do it. I use an alligator clip, and let me see if I can get all this in frame. So I need to space. I'm just going to use, and the trick to getting this right is consistency. Let's see, is that focusing? So I use like the 3rd set of teeth in the clip and just like slip it all the way down. I mean, there are a variety of ways to do this, but I like when I do my knotting. Oh my goodness, I want to get this. This is the one thing that's kind of like hard to get like in frame. So let me, because you guys know I am a big fan of backward knotting. So you just kind of, see, this is, hang on, let me keep trying here until I get this right. Okay, so you're just basically like, you're flipping this over, and you're just gonna tuck this under and bring all your beads through, and then you take your knotting awl and put it into the hole, and then bring it backwards, just like this. And then what I do is I take the next bead, and then I just tighten it. And the thing with silk, you gotta just make sure, for insurance purposes, I just like to come back and give it like a just kind of pull it a little bit. And then when you slide your next bead down, see since it already has something to stop, you only need the clip for spacing. So do all of you not like this? I hope so, because it's so much easier. So let's see. So you just flip it, tuck it under, and put your knotting all in. And I know that I have done this technique without the knotting all. And if you're wondering, like, why are you using it now? Okay, whenever I'm using any string material that's that's like a twisted, see how that one's got like several plies in it? If you don't use the knotting all, it gets, every once in a while, you'll get like a really like sad looking knot. But for some reason, that does not happen with like leather. It doesn't happen with faux leather. Any stringing material that's like not twisted, you do not. It's crazy. I know that Martijn in the Netherlands, she wants me to like show like one of these days like how I can do like a mala in 10 minutes, and I think I'm gonna do that, because you need like certain things, like certain like requirements for the 10-minute mala. Number one, you need the right stringing material. And number two, you need like tension on the cord, which that's, because here I'm using I'm being very light-handed. Yeah, Gina, you do. You know, I'm just not, but when I do my, my super fast knotting, man, girl, I'm just like all business. And I use a cleat. I know some of you have seen me use that, where I wrap the cord and I pull, because when you're doing it really fast, you don't have time to be gentle. If you know what I mean. I mean, so some of you that make jewelry, you know, time is money when it comes to making jewelry. So the faster you can make it without compromising on the quality, the better for you. I mean, because, you know, at the end of the day, let me see how many inches this is. And what I'm not going to be doing the whole necklace. I'm going to like take this part off, because I don't think I'm going to have time to like just make this entire necklace. So I'm going to just recreate this this side here. So I think this is close to good. Yeah, perfect. It's 5.5, and they are different beads, in case you're wondering, because you know I used these little rondelles, which I love, but then I ran out of them. So I'm just gonna take the rest of these beads off and leave the leadered needle on. That is very, very important. Okay, so let's go on to the next thing. So I'm gonna put my knotted beads aside, and I'm gonna, sadly, oh, I hate doing this, but I must. I'm gonna cut this off. You guys could watch me sacrifice the necklace. Okay, and then on this side, I'm going to take this off. Uh-oh. And then cut this, and then remove that. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. I don't want to take this side off. Oh, what do I do? You know, that's really cool. Sometimes when I'm even taking things apart, I notice that, like, they're just, you know what, I'll just take it off. I discover cool things when I take stuff apart, because I think that's when I discovered this really cool. So if you have something that you've macrameed like this, oh my goodness, check it out. Boop, stretch it out, and look, you got yourself a new technique. Isn't that cool? So if you just do like a macrame with beads on the outside, make it really long, and then pop it off your, your, like, sometimes I do it on a post or just a small stick, but look how cool that is. I mean, that in itself could be like a bracelet. Isn't that crazy? Oh, it's just so cool. Anyway, so now we got this part here. Okay, so, oh, you know what? I used my my block to get that that thing on. So This, I have a video on my website on like how to make one because, you know, they're easy to make and you could just probably make it with something you have like laying around your house. So what I did was I am going to put the other side on here. Oh, and the I did wire wrap these beads on, but I do want to mention if you decide to do the wire wrap, you need to make the holes like on the bigger side, like maybe like I would say like 4 to 5 millimeter. So look for that size on your point. I don't even know the name. Round nose pliers, is that what they're called? I think so. Because the first few that I made, it was I didn't make them big enough, so just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna put this on here, and I'm gonna take a couple of my. Let's see if I can get this right here. This block is great. You know, I just love it. And let's see, we are going to scoot it back. I mean, you know what? I had a way to make it stay, but what was the way? Was it that way? Let's try that. Let's keep it from moving. Let me let's rearrange this. Huh. You know what? Let me move it closer to the middle because sometimes, okay, maybe about right there. I don't know. I do whatever works. You know, you guys know how that goes. Just whatever gets the job done. Okay. I know, right? Oh, sample mistakes. Yes, that's exactly what that was. It was a sample mistake. Okay, so let me find, I did, okay. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to, you know, I don't even remember how I did this now. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I do. Okay, but I have to go back this way. So I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact this thing is going to move. Oh, I don't want it to. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this way. Okay, maybe that'll work. All right. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okie doke. Let's stick this one in because the thing is I need a post right in here because it's going to be like a multi-strand. So let me get a post about right there. No, let's put it right here. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to take my raffia. And what I did was I wrapped it like 6 times. So from the middle, I went over 2 spaces. So that, oh, that peg just happens to be right where I don't want it. Oh, I guess I could scoot this over a little bit. Let's see, right there. Perfect. I keep saying perfect and then it's not perfect. Okay, so let's see, 1, 2, okay, right there. Okay, so I'm gonna come in and clip, and I think I did like 6, and the oops, stuff is very, very, okay, there we go, thin. I'm gonna hold this, and then I'm gonna like wrap it here, and then I'm gonna come around, and then in the ooh, let me hang on. I'm gonna try to concentrate. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not going to talk for a second because I don't want to mess this up. Get out of the way. Whoops. I feel like, oh my goodness, I feel like a surgeon. What did I do wrong there? Okay, there we go. There. Oh, I didn't put the ring in. Oh, okay, let's go back. I'm going to get this. See, some of these little like things are like, you know, you got to know how to do them. Let's see. Okay, now let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. Sometimes you got to just like concentrate. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to go back over like, oh my goodness. Whoops. This raffia, I mean, it's you can like work with it. You just got to be a little more like on your game because it does tend to pop up, but that's okay. We got this. Okay, so when you come through here, you're gonna hold it. right there. And then don't forget, you have to go back through the ring, because otherwise it's gonna like lay funny. Okay, so let's get this one. Did I do it? Oh, did I go the wrong way? Did I, or did I not? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get this. Okay, perfect. And then one more time, because you want to, I want like 6 of the, and another thing you could do if you just don't feel like holding everything, you could take like one of your clips. It was probably make it easier, and just hold this like that and clip it. And then go back, you have to go back in the, right there. Perfect. You know, it's funny. I'm so used to working on the floor that when I actually work at a table, it's like more challenging. Okay, perfect. And so, see, so I'm starting and finishing at this end. So I'm going to make sure that everything is nice, and let's take this off. And see, I'm trying to use as little raffia as possible because, you know, it's, is there a string where it's not, did that just pop out? Hang on, let me see. I don't think so. Did it? Huh. No, I'm going to trust my instinct. Okay, there we go. So when you do, I'm going to do a macrame binding knot here and here, and the cord I'm going to use is the wax jewelry cord in the 0.5. And what I do is I stretch it, and I get as much wax off as possible. A lot of you guys know that I take a cloth, which, you know, I've already done, and I just like wipe the wax off. And then when I come in here, let me just show you this slightly little teeny weeny tip thing that I do. So I come in here, right, whoops. Oh, hang on, let me get this positioned. Okay, so right in here, right there. And this, you're gonna wanna do this like really nice and tight. So I'm gonna do like a macrame binding. So I'm gonna come in here. And when I do the first knot, see how I have the cords like up? So you're getting it as close to that post as possible. So that's a top and then a bottom. And on this one, I leave the post in because sometimes I'll take the post out so I could get it really close. But in this case, you need that post because you don't want it too tight, because otherwise you won't have the, it won't like have movement. It'll be like really stiff. And the 0.9 is not a good choice for the macrame binding knot because it's just too thick. Macrame binding knots I have determined that are best done with the, hang on, let me grab my, I guess I'm gonna have to use a lighter. Guys, do not use a lighter because my thread zapper is not available. So you're gonna come in here and then trim, like, oh, yeah, don't take it off yet because we need to do a macrame binding knot here as well. So let me get another like few inches and let's come in here. Let's turn this around. And if the posts are in the way, which they kind of sort of are here, you could just take this off, get these off, and then you can just get a clip. That's one thing I just love about this board. That no matter what you need done, you could do it like quickly. So like right there, I need that just readjusted. Then I'm going to come in here, put a scrap of cord right here. Let's see, I need scrap. Oh, you know what? I'll just use this this one right here. Get that right there. And then I'm going to do a, you know what? I think I need a little extra thickness. So let's get this. I'm going to feed this through the loop and then pull it. because the tighter the better, because you don't want any like bumps or not bumps. I don't know, what do you call them? Like, I don't know, like one strand will get longer than the other. It's kind of weird. On this one here, I'm going to do it as close to the pendant as possible. So I'm going to come in here and see how I did that? I did it kind of like up, and I just like kind of like let it slide down. So, you know, at least, you know, that way you know that you've gotten it as close as possible. And it should be even on both sides. Born and raised in Oakland. Ooh, oh, thank you. Okay, Robin. Okay, thank you. Oh, I need Robin in my life right now because I need to speed things up. Okay, so you guys, and I'm doing, when I do this macrame binding knot, I do it really nice and tight. And see that my hands, they're like death grip tight. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start cleaning things up a bit here, here, here. And I like doing all my cutting while it's on the board because you get a closer, cleaner cuts. Okay. Ooh, let's get that one off. And come on, little guy. That one is being belligerent. Let me get the Knotty-Do-It-All and get this, because I want it like nice and close. Well, this one is just okay. Okay, right there. And the thing is, I try to save as much of the raffia as possible because, you know, since it only comes with a couple of yards, you want to try to be conservative. So I'm going to come in here and hopefully not blow it up. Use a lighter, or you know, if you're going to use a lighter, just use caution. Just make sure that. Oh, another thing that's like a good idea is have if you work in a closed space, one of those little USB fans. Oh, perfect. Okay, so now that we got that done, whoa, let's go. See that? And they're nice and perfect. Okay. All right, so let's clean things up and move on to the next order of business. See how this makes such a big mess? Okay, so I'm going to start oh yeah, I want to do the fluffer. Okay, so let's clean. Oh, no. I take that back. We're going to connect our knotted part to this. Oh, there's so many things I want to do, hopefully before the show is over. So let's connect that part. Okay, so let me get the part that I did the knotting with right here. And let's get these fed through the ring. I don't want to miss out on this part. Okay, so what I did was I took a pair of like calipers, or you could use like a piece of paper, just whatever you want to like measure from the top of the ring to the top of the knot. And the interesting thing, I don't even like look at this part here. I'll show you what I do. I just open this up. It's about right there. So I open this up and then I lock it. Just tighten that thing. And I don't even have to have it on for that matter. So that'll give me the spacing that I need. So let's move on to this part. So let me just put this in here. All right. So now I'm going to get the spacing for this part. All right, let's do this. Right there. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, once you get it perfect, what I recommend doing, so that way you could get these sides like set up, just clip it. I put 2 clips just so it doesn't budge. Okay, so right there. Okay, so now I can come in, clip this one here. Let me get another clip. So we got that one, and then the next one. Where's my clip? Perfect. Ooh. Okay, so that faux leather that we did our little prep work with a minute ago, where'd it go? Do you guys see it? Okay, I know I have it. Hang on. Ew, where did it go? Is it that one? I know it's here. Oh, there it is. Is that it? No, this is it's one with silver beads. Do any of you see it? That's not it. Okay, hang on. That's not it. Is it this one? Nope. That one? Nope. Oh my gosh. Where did I put it? Huh. Oh, there it is. It fell. Okay, so here is the one for this part here. Okay, so now we could take these clips off, and we are going to do the same. Actually, it's almost exactly the same thing. Let me get this one on here. And I kind of sort of like to make sure they're close to like even when I start doing the macrame. And on this part here, whoop, let's get that in there. This part, you'll want to do it like really, 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 really tight. So I'm gonna, that's a top, bottom. And then, since I always bring the beads down on the bottom part, the bottom. Okay, so I mean the top. So you slide your beads down and then do a top. So there's top, bottom, beads down, and then a top and a bottom. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna see if you guys have any flea markets. Who has a Pat? Ooh, the clock tower. Who has good? I like flea markets too. I think. I don't think I've been to one in a long time though. See, I like looking at other people's like old junk. It's kind of fun. You know, actually, I think it's really weird. I know that years and years ago, I went to a flea market and someone there was like selling like a bunch of like old, I mean, I don't want to say old, but like clothes. And there was a skirt there that I had actually made. I couldn't believe it. Because I knew, I mean, you know, when you make something, this was not, I mean, it was so ugly. No wonder it was at the flea market because I cannot sew. I was just like, ugh. I was like embarrassed to see it there. I was like, oh my God, that thing still exists. It looked like you know, like back in the day when like sofa fabric was in for like clothes. That's what it was like. Okay, so top and bottom. They probably thought it was like I don't know. It was actually supposed to be like a real outfit, but I think they probably thought it was like a costume or something. Did you feel like a flea? No, but I kind of embarrassed. I was like, oh my God. The words are indescribable to tell you the truth. You just like look at it and you're in shock. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here and trim. Okay, when I do, oops. Okay, when I do the trim this part here, I try to trim it as close as possible. Let me see if I can get in there because you can't melt silk, so you might as well just like get in there and cut it as close as you can. Perfect. And then with your thread zap or your lighter, you just let's get that part and then this part. Okay, tap, tap. Just get it as close as, you can to get the job done. Okay, many field trips to, okay, so now we've got both sides. Okay, now I want to do, if anything, let's see how I'm doing on time. I want to get to this part. Okay, so you leave your leader needle on, and this one is excessively long. And what you want to do next is you're going to string on 3 crimp beads. And I hope these are the right size. I think they are. And, oh, let me give you a cool tip. This is so crazy. But, these little bottles, I mean, they're hard to I don't know, keep track of, manage. So what I do is inside, I threw in you could just, these are those staples that you use for framing. I just stick those in there. And the reason I do that, I'll show you, is because I've got a magnetic board right here. And they just literally, it sticks to the to my magnetic board. Isn't that cool? So if you just stick something metal in there, the magnet will keep it. Let me see if I can demonstrate better. Oop, see that? It's such a great way to keep track of these little teeny weeny vials of the teeny weeny things. They kind of drive me nuts because, ugh, well, Okay, so I'm gonna put these slide these on. It's funny because Laura Lee and I were talking about crimp beads, and I'm not a big fan of the bear bead, the bear crimp too, but in this case it kind of sort of worked. Oops. Why can't I get that? Oh my gosh. Is that okay? There's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's slide it down. Okay. Now, where did that third one go? Oh, there it is. So you want to come back through your crimps, but you need to put your ring on. Put your ring, and then go back through the beads. But one tip that I have, because it happened a million times, is is when you come back through, do it one at a time. Let me zoom in. So because you don't want to pierce this cord. So one thing that you can do is kind of go at an upward movement. Oh my goodness. Why is this not going in? Okay. You just do one at a time. So let's get this one. Uh-oh, let's get these clips undone. So there's one. And then if it gets all bunched up like this, which it will, you could just easily put it on a post to straighten it out. Let me get this on here and just kind of wiggle it back and forth to get it straight. And then do the next one and then the next one. Just one at a time. Because what happened, every single time I thought I'm just going to do all 3, and it was just one big mess. And then the next one. And the crimpers that I used for this, there are different sizes of crimpers, but I use, I don't know. They make crimpers for teeny weeny beads. There are crimpers for medium size, and then I think these are the ones for the itty bitty, because I've got a pair of Euro tools that are for number 2s. But I don't know. This does not have a brand name on it. It says Taiwan, but it's the smaller than the usual. So, okay, so I'm going to come in and let's do this. I'm going to slide all these down and keep going until the ring. Sometimes you just got to be like gentle and, okay, push it down and slide. That's, I probably used a more silk than I needed. Okay. Let me put a piece of thread in here. You need to get this like really, really stable. So when you come in and you do your like crimped, it'll, every one of them will be nice and straight. Okay, so I'm gonna, okay, perfect. Nope, not perfect. Okay, there we go. So you want it to be like that. See that? Okay, so now you're gonna hold it steady and then, okay, let's do the surgery. Okay. You're just gonna do 1, 2, oh my goodness, and 3. I am glad I'm not a surgeon. Oh, see that? Oh, perfect. So it ends up like holding your cord, and it's not going to go anywhere, I tell you. But the trick is to use the a crimper that's like smaller than the what's designated for that size. So okay, so now we've got our 2 sides. Everything's coming along. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now let's see how much time I have left. Oh my goodness, 4 minutes. Okay. Um, I'm going to guess that you guys know how to do the crisscross, but let me see if in 4 minutes, if I can show you how I like to do 2 fluffers at one time. So I take the, let's see, I'm going to start here. It's kind of like making, I don't know, a tassel, 2 tassels. So I'm going to come in here. Let me zoom in. See, this is the middle. I like to, like when I do my little fluffers, you have to like start and finish in the middle. Um, oh, if I had more time, I would get into the reason why, but I don't want to run out of time. I want to at least be able to finish this. Oh, this is too bad. Oh. Okay, so you come in here and then you come through again. Right. Oh my goodness. See that that cord is like fluffed. Let me unfluff it. Oh my goodness. They've got like really horrible scissors. You know, there's a guy on like Thursdays that sharpens scissors in our neighborhood. And for as long as I lived here, which has been like 30 years almost, I always say, oh, I'm going to take my scissors in on Thursday to get sharpened. And not once have I ever taken my scissors to get sharpened. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clip it. And see, now what you do is what I did was I did just like coil knots, and then I melted them. So I'm just going to come in here and do a coil knot. You're going to do one here and then one here, because I'm not going to have time to do both. So I'm just going to like do this 1 and 2 and 3. And push up, take this out, and then this side goes in this way, this side goes in the other way. And when you're doing like if you're mass producing fluffy things to go on pieces, this is probably like the fastest, easiest way to do it. So you push that over, and you just tighten. And then let's assume that I did this side because I know I'm running short on time. You just come in the middle and then you cut it, and then you'll have your little attachment. And then you just take a knotting awl or something, and then you just separate the ends here. Oh my gosh, I'm almost out of time. Oh, You guys get it, right? There's a tutorial on my website on how to like do the little fluffer things. But anyway, I'm so out of time. I've got 10 seconds left and I don't want to like go into the next person's show. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining today's show. I hope we learned something. I had a lot of fun and I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you next Thursday. And don't forget, if you make anything, send it in. All right, bye.